with regard to the numerous questions that I've received, and I presume I'm going to continue to receive today, so then I can answer it inshallah just in one go. With regard to my visit to Pakistan and to Kashmir that I keep being asked about by our brothers, Jazakumullahu khaira, then my nasiha to you, to all of you, anyone who comes from a Muslim heritage country, if you come from a Muslim heritage country, such as Pakistan, or Bangladesh, or Morocco, or Egypt, or Somalia, or any of those countries that are similar to that, where there is aman, where there is security and safety, my nasiha to you is the nasiha of the likes of Shaykh Al-Albani rahimahullah ta'ala, and the likes of Shaykh Muqbil Al-Wadi'i, and the likes of Shaykh Rabi' in our times. Build your homes in those countries. Build your homes in those lands of Islam and Muslimin. I believe, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows best, that whilst these countries are lands of kufr, there is no long-term future for you here or for your children. If you have money to invest, invest it in your home Muslim heritage countries. Build your homes in those lands, regardless of your consideration that their Salafiyah is weak. It is weak because people like us are not there. People who are educated, people who have some finance, people who can afford to build, people who have influence are not there. So my nasiha to you is that if your parents have property there and they have land there, or even if they do not, then you should visit those lands and you should establish your Islam in those countries. Even if it means that you return back here for business or for trade, no harm. One thing about those countries, regardless of what they are, regardless, the amount of ridda and apostasy in those lands is almost unheard of. Youth do not leave Islam to become atheists in those countries, or if they do, it is almost unheard of. In these countries now, in France, in Germany, in Britain, in the States, in Canada, tens of Muslim youth every month are leaving Islam for atheism. Because the environment and the culture here is not conducive to Islam. And Islam is not given respect in these countries by the host nation. And they will not give up until you become like them. And that you share their values in your doctrinal beliefs, such that precedence is given to ideologies and ideas and doctrines that are alien to Islam. They will cultivate your children upon it. They have lost hope in you because they know your level and your staunchness. But they will take your children through indoctrination. So my nasiha to you is that if you have land or if you have access to Morocco, if you have nationality or the ability to gain nationality because of your forefathers and your fathers, your grandfathers, in Morocco, in Algeria, in Tunisia, in Turkey, any country where there is aman, Somalia, Pakistan, wherever, go to those countries and look at them. Take your wealth and invest in those countries in land and property, and make your way back to those countries and return here for trade, no harm. Those are the countries, barakallahu feekum, that deserve, as Shaykh Al-Albani rahimahullah ta'ala used to say, return to those lands. As for those of you who have no opportunity to go to those lands because your heritage is not from a Muslim heritage country, then may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala aid you and give you tawfiq and give you success And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give you a makhraj. Because they are taking the generation of our grandchildren and our younger children. And what they are doing is relentless. It is not stopping. It is relentless and it is continuing, and they are not stopping. Laws are changing. The environment is changing. The lands that I travel to, there is Islam. And walillahi alhamd, there is Salafiyah. The Salafiyah of Sheikh Rabi' and Sheikh Al-Albani and Sheikh Ibn Baz and Sheikh Al-Albani is present. Just like it is present here, it is present there. And I know from speaking to my respected brothers from Somalia, it is present in locations throughout Somalia. And there is peace and there is safety in those lands. And there is no Islamophobia. And there is no one who is giving you dirty looks, and there is no restriction in your travel. Unlike this country, as soon as you leave the Muslim areas where the Muslims live, that your families, your wives and your children do not feel safe. And they are not safe from rebuke and attack and abuse. I do not say pack your bags and leave. That is not my intent. My intent is visit. Make a connection. Take your children. Make a connection. I do not say, like those who do not plan do, that they get a flight, they go out there, and then within months they are back. And they say, I couldn't survive. Of course you can't survive because you haven't prepared. Prepare yourselves. Visit, and visit regularly. Any land where you have the ability to remain permanently because of your nationality. Albania, Bosnia. These are Muslim majority countries. Easier for those who live in North Africa. Easier for those who live in the subcontinent, those Muslim subcontinent I'm talking about. Like Pakistan and Bangladesh. Go, barakallahu feekum, go and visit your relatives, stay with them. Look at the environment. Then come back and work hard. Gather your wealth and buy land. And build your homes. And visit there regularly. Such that over a period of time, that you will settle in those lands. And Allah knows best, but there is no future for the Muslims here. Meaning those who wish to practice their religion for generations to come. It is becoming more and more difficult here. Those who have to remain, they have to remain. And we build there. And this is why we are building masajid and schools. And that because they are our brothers and our sisters, and they have nowhere to go to a Muslim heritage country because they have no nationality. And they have no citizenship in those lands. So they are our brothers, and we feel for them like we feel for our own families. So we will not abandon them. In generations to come, there is nothing like a Muslim heritage country. They don't leave their religion. They do not, even if they sin, they do not leave their religion. Even if they are fusaq, they do not leave their religion. In this country, they begin to sin, and within months, they are atheists. And you've seen it. Many of you know people are falling into that in this country. And in France, and in Holland, and in Belgium, and in America, and in Canada. Because there is a spread of an ideology that is alien to Islam, and they want our children. Not all of them. I don't say that there is a conspiracy. But I say that Muslims, if you have homes in those countries, why not build them? They have a haqq over you. You have ability, you have skill, you have education, you have wealth. So build the Muslim countries, barakallahu feekum. So I know that these questions, since I've been back, I've been asked several times. So rather than telling individually, I tell you all, barakallahu feekum. Wa jazakumullahu khairan, walhamdulillahi rabbil alameen, wa sallallahu ala nabiyyina Muhammad, wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam.